Hi, and welcome to the 10th Muse. Today I'd like to start with an exercise featured in the book Slut, Letting Go of Shame Around Sex and Sexuality, where we really take a deep dive into how to change problematic thinking. So, in the context of working on letting go of shame regarding sexuality, this is really breaking down what are the thoughts that perpetuate the feeling that I am bad. So the difference between I am bad and I've done something bad is really a key nuance in the difference between shame and guilt. When you've internalized shame related to sexuality and gender identity, this can manifest in feeling that who you are as a person is bad, rather than understanding that society may not accept who you are, but who you are is actually okay. So to unravel the feeling that I am bad and who I am is bad is really one of the foundational works of letting go of shame around sex and sexuality. So to engage this work, what we'll be doing is using the model of a thought record. So many of you who have explored cognitive behavioral therapy are probably familiar with this tool. This is a tool that guides you through identifying problematic beliefs and systematically changing them. So what we'll do today is explore how to do that in detail. So below in the description, I will also include a link that will allow you to print any many copies as you need, and I encourage you to do so because this work requires intentionality. So what do we mean by intentionality? So with respect to changing your thoughts, there is the need to be aware of your thoughts, and this is where mindfulness comes in. This is where you just take notice of your thoughts and try to observe them without judgment. So this could look like, I noticed that I felt bad when I thought this or this occurred. And normally I might internalize that as who I am as bad, and I should be ashamed of who I am because I am bad. If you've heard this refrain throughout your life, it is familiar and requires no effort to solicit that response. It's an automatic thought, and it's called an automatic thought because just that, it takes no effort to summon this thought. This happens without you even trying. So because automatic thoughts are so common, you may not recognize them when they occur. It's just as common as hearing a dog barking in the background, a bird chirping. It's just a part of normal life. So what we're going to do is take that experience, that normal, unpleasant experience, and we're going to take notice of it. And instead of just letting it go by unnoticed, we'll actually pull it out and say, good job, you didn't get fooled this time. This time you caught that thought in action, and now you can do something about it. So give yourself some congratulations. If you struggled with self-esteem, then this might actually be a bit of a challenge. So if this is a struggle for you, what you might want to do is to think about someone that you really care about, someone you love, someone you're close to, someone you wish well. And so if that person were to experience what you've expressed or have said to yourself, how might you change that? Would you maybe sense something that's more kind or thoughtful? And how would you express that to them? Okay, that might sound a lot different. That might carry a different tone. So what you'll do is you will take that reframed, sort of kinder, more loving thought, and you're going to apply it to yourself. And again, you might need to take some breaths. Just allow that to settle in. You might feel or notice a resistance within you that makes that hard to accept, just take notice, breathe, and remember the love that you felt for your friend and bring that into your heart for yourself. Okay. The next part is where, now that you've thought about what would be more kind and loving and how you might say that to yourself, I want you to think about how that feels. So, what are the words? What are the feelings? How does that resonate in your body? Take a breath. When you hear those words of kindness, loving acceptance, and unconditional regard, positive regard, how does that feel? Take notice of that. And that's what you want to hold on to. So when the automatic thought occurs that you are bad, who you are is bad, you are bad for even thinking otherwise, remember the kindness that you felt for other people who felt the same as you. Remember the love that you can summon for someone that you are close to, that you want to be happy, to be well. And hold that in your heart. And this will take repetition. This is not something that will occur just overnight. It's not something that'll occur even immediately. So this is something that takes a lot of repetition, because the thoughts that you've been carrying around with you have also been held and reinforced with a lot of repetition. So just notice, celebrate every time you recognize an unhelpful thought, a thought that demeans who you are as a person, and instead of letting it go by, embrace the moment where you caught it and celebrate it, just the way you might with a 5-year-old learning to tie their shoes. So as an adult, we expect you to be able to tie your shoes given, an able-bodied ability. So if you are someone who's learning something new, something as simple as recognizing an errant thought and being able to catch it real time, transform it, and shift the way you feel may not be intuitive. It may be something that requires effort and practice, much like learning to tie your shoes. So have the same patience that you would have for a young child learning something difficult for the first time. You would celebrate every time they get it right. You would encourage them to keep doing it and keep trying it if they didn't get it right. You would assure them that eventually they'll get it right, and how smart they are for being able to do it. So take that as a guideline for how you will engage this for yourself. This is hard work, and you're doing something that's not easy, so give yourself grace and have patience, and to celebrate every little win along the way. That's a lot, I know. So I want to hear from you. Where have you been successful in transforming negative thoughts about yourself and beliefs that have harmed you? Please share in the comments below. Give yourself some applause every time you don't let a thought just go by unchecked.